Hey everyone, how's it going? I wanted to do this live stream, talk about Charlie Kirk and his legacy, what I think of him, and his impact on the movement moving forward. I just want to say that when Charlie first got shot the other week, I was in complete shock. I remember I was at work and I was on my phone and I think I was on Facebook and I just saw that Charlie had been shot in Utah, and I didn't know at the time how bad the shot was or where he got shot. I was hoping that maybe it would be like when Trump got shot in Butler, that he would end up being okay. But we all know what happened to him. Charlie didn't survive. And in the first few days, I was in complete shock. And the other day, it really started to hit me that he's really gone and his life was taken so senselessly, and all because somebody didn't like what he had to say, what he stood for. And it's just a tragedy all around. And I watched the memorial earlier today, and it was very touching to see all the speakers there. Charlie was actually the same age as I am. He was born in 1993, and I was born in 1993. I'm like 5 months older than Charlie, because he was born in October of 93 and I was born in May of 93. So that kind of like hits me in a way because he was basically the same age as me, but he had accomplished so much in his 31 years of life. He would have been 32 next month, and it just it upsets me. It makes me angry that his life was taken like this. I mean, he had so much more life to live. He had so much more to accomplish. I mean, he accomplished more in his 31 years on this earth than what most people who live 80 or 90 years accomplish in their lives. So, I mean, yeah, it's just a tragedy that this happened. I mean, if they would have had like security drones flying when he was at Utah Valley University, they could have easily have caught the shooter before he fired that fatal shot that killed Charlie. Things could have been much differently if they had like more security and had drones flying all over the area. I know that Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician and he wasn't running for office, but so he's not entitled to Secret Service protection, but they should have had more security because of his profile, and he's been getting death threats. So I was just watching Charlie Kirk's channel, and he had posted on his channel like the day of and the day before he got shot, and he was just like posting normal stuff, just living life. He had just gotten back from Japan and South Korea, and he was just living his life like he normally did, and it's just all just sad and tragic that it had to be this way. We can pull up one of his videos on YouTube that is on his channel. We can watch a little bit of it. Now let me pull up the screen. Let's go to his channel.
You know,
Introducing our cutting-edge Smart Zoom reading glasses, co-developed by NASA engineers.
folks, we're in a spiritual battle. Right now, all across the globe, our Christian brothers and sisters are being targeted because they stand firm in their faith in Jesus Christ. God's word calls us to remember them.
This video was posted on September 9th, the day before he got shot. And if you watch, and everything is normal.
We've got to stand with those heroes of the faith. In the powerful book, When Faith is Forbidden, Todd Nettleton and the Voice of the Martyrs bring you 40 gripping true stories of believers who said yes to Christ, even when it costs them everything, freedom, family, and even their lives. As a special gift to my listeners, you can get a free copy. Just head on over to vom.org/Charlie or click on the link below. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Email us, freedom@charliekirk.com, here at the bitcoin.com studio, and subscribe to the Charlie Kirk Show podcast page. That is the Charlie Kirk Show podcast page. Just a reminder, tomorrow we'll be on campus at Utah Valley University. It is the American Comeback Tour. We have thousands and thousands of tickets that have already been facilitated. And I think you guys should check it out right now, AmericanComebackTour.com. That is AmericanComebackTour.com. See, Blake is such a Packers fan. He said, what should we talk about? We'll talk about the Bears. I'm not.
He titled this video that the NFL is back, and just in time to ruin my week. But he has no idea what his week is about to turn into, that he won't end up being there for the rest of the week,
Okay.
which
You
is
see, I even put in my group chat. I said,
sad.
the Bears are winning by 14 points. This is a very strange thing. I don't know how to handle it. Oh, but don't worry. I got back down to what I was used to awfully quickly, which is a tragic, embarrassing loss on national television. The Bears are who we thought they were. The whole thing is messed up. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, we'll be back on campus tomorrow at AmericanComebackTour.com. That is AmericanComebackTour.com. The Bears put on a masterclass, one of the worst coached games in the history of football. It was so bad. They challenge in the second. You never do this in the second half. You should be smacked across the face. He challenged what was not even a close call of Noah Sewell, with a fumble. What happens when you lose a challenge? You lose a timeout. So you lose a timeout, you need to stop the clock. And they only have 2 timeouts left, and they can't do that. And then some rocket scientist on the Bears, I'm screaming at my TV. I woke up, everyone. They decide, well, we have to kick the ball, and there was like 2 minutes and 2 seconds left, okay? And they're down by 3 points. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left. So with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left, you have to make sure that the ball either goes out of bounds or that you kick it off so they can't do a turn. You only have 1 timeout left. Why does that matter? Well, because then the 2-minute warning stops the clock, and that is a built-in timeout for when the Vikings run the ball inevitably. What do? They allow the Vikings to return the ball. they're basically ending the game. Just tip what the Bears find ways to disappoint us post 1985. That's fine. We still won a Super Bowl. And let's count how many Super Bowls the Vikings have won. That's what I thought. Okay, email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com, and subscribe to our podcast. So much going on here that we have to cover. Oh yeah, my team's telling me that that's right. It's no longer going to be the Chicago Bears. It will be the Arlington Heights Bears. I'm of the opinion the move to the Arlington Heights Stadium is going to be great. People don't like it. My family's like, no, it's not going to be good. I think it's going to be great. I think that we can finally have a new identity, get out of Chicago. And that's actually a really good connection to some political issue of Mayor Johnson. Mayor Johnson is so bad that he has successfully driven the Bears out of Chicago. And that's as bad as it gets. I mean, that is peak level failure as a mayor of Chicago. He has driven the Bears out of Chicago and into a dome. I'm not sure it's going to be a dome. I think it's like a retractable roof that they're able to do indoor events, and they should be able to open it up. However, part of me is kind of a little sad because there is something uniquely Chicago about Soldier Field when it's negative 10 degrees. It's just something iconic about that and something rather beautiful. Anyway, it was the most Bears game I've ever seen in my life. Everyone is watching. I'm getting texts from people. Charlie, you must be really happy. I'm not even that Caleb Williams. He's kind of a fairy. I'm not a huge fan. Oh, whatever. You got to cheer for him because it's the Bears, the way it works. And they want an indoor Super Bowl. They can host Super Bowl and March Madness games. Packers will be the last team to actually play in the snow. And look, I actually don't hate the Packers as much as I hate other teams. I have deep respect for the Packers in a lot of different ways. Here's Blake giggling his way to an NFC championship. I got to tell you, though, that there's something very alluring. You got the Vikings inside, you got Detroit inside, and you still have the Packers that are going to play outside. You got to respect it, and the Bears are going inside. And honestly, maybe it'll be a nice little supercharge, a turbocharge. The Arlington Heights Bears. How does that sound? They've driven them out of New York City. Again, here was the problem. They built New Soldier Field back when I was a kid, and no one ever liked it. It didn't work. It was super clunky. They should have just went all in and built a multi-billion-dollar stadium, like $1 billion stadium.
Let's take a look at one of his other
Patriot Bubble
uploads.
stands for faith, family, and freedom. But did you know?
It's recent uploads, I should say. Up here's
Did you know that simply choosing
one
products from
which
Israel
is
can have a
a little
big impact on Israel
prophetic.
people's lives? For so many Israeli families.
Okay, everybody, radio stations across the country.
Let's see. This video was uploaded on September 8th, 2 days before he was shot. And the title is that I am safer in Korea than in America's big cities, which this couldn't be further from the truth. He was safer if he had stayed in Asia than he was in this country, because he would end up tragically getting unalived 2 days later after he posted this. So let's take a look at it.
Honor to be with you as always. You can email us freedom@charliekirk.com, and we are here in the Bitcoin.com studio. I am back fresh from Asia on Wednesday evening. Once we finished the program, I boarded a quite long flight from Los Angeles all the way to Seoul, South Korea. I was there to first speak at an event called Build Up Korea. I learned a lot, and this event, Build Up Korea, was basically a America Fest, a AmFest carbon copy. It was so much, it learned that people really love Turning Point USA aesthetics. Look at that. That's not a Turning Point event. That's not Student Action Summit. That is Build Up Korea. And I was thrilled. I'd call it Korea Fest, but it was practically just America Fest. They love America, whether it be the pyrotechnics, the lights, the intro videos. It was basically exactly what we have proven to be successful at America Fest. They brought to Korea. It was really something to be able to meet with the South Korean patriots. Their country is totally under attack. The same things that we have been fighting for here, whether it be lawfare in South Korea or mass migration in Japan, this is a worldwide phenomenon. But the thing that was the most striking, and it connects with the news today in America, the thing that is the most incredible is what happens when you walk outside of your hotel in South Korea. I got up quite early the next day. I mean, your body clock gets all messed up in trips like this. So the fact I slept 7 hours and woke up at 5:30 local is like an accomplishment. Usually, if you're coming from America, you wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and you're all messed up. So I woke up at 5:30 and I said, I'm going to go get a cup of tea and go explore the city. And I did, by myself. And it was amazing. As soon as you walk out of the hotel, there's no bums. There's no people asking you for money. They don't really put up with graffiti at all. This is the streets of Seoul, South Korea. And I walked 6 miles all throughout downtown Seoul, South Korea. And it's a pretty amazing thing. Whether it be walking through public transportation, whether it be walking through public parks, everything is clean, orderly. They take pride and responsibility over their public spaces. In fact, Blake and I, one evening, Blake said, Charlie, I have to show you the subway station. I said, the subway station? I said, Blake, is that safe? And Blake chuckled. He said, safe? The whole country is safe. Here's just one little taste. This is Blake and I in the subway station, not actually on the subway itself, in Seoul, South Korea. Play cut 284. This is immaculate compared to what we're used to, right? This is unbelievable. Wait, so this is a subway? Blake? You're kidding me.
This card, and you scan in with it. It's only about $1 every time you get on. Maybe $1.20.
All right, where are we going?
This way in the bar.
They have restrooms down here?
They probably do, although I've never used
What are
one.
these things here?
Oh, this is a crane game. Like,
Is that rigged?
yeah, something like that. It's all
Oh, they do have rigs.
okay. Yeah. So everywhere's so video from the convenience stores. Some of them are enormous.
Are you considering getting dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing their teeth.
The video goes on for quite some time. The amount of filth, crime, and violence that we put up is insane. I remember I asked someone at my hotel, like the doorman concierge, I said, hey, is it safe to be here in South Korea? And he didn't speak great English. He said, safe? What do you mean safe? Are you worried about getting mugged or things getting stolen? He said, oh, no. Things are safe in your room. I was like, no, I got that. But like, walking the streets of Seoul, like, and I was trying to, of course, overcome the language barrier. Like, are you worried that if you're on a bus or a subway, something is going to happen to you?
If you want to continue watching any of Charlie Kirk's videos, you can go to his YouTube channel and watch his final posts. I just wanted to come on here to talk a little bit about Charlie and my opinions of him, what I think of him, and I think he was a brilliant young man. He was very smart and he represented the best of humanity, the very best of us. I mean, he was smart, he was kind, he had a great personality, he was a go-getter. He started Turning Point USA, I think when he was like 18 or 19 years old. I mean, he is a beautiful wife and two beautiful little kids. I mean, he had so much going for him. And from that video that we just watched, he was discussing his recent trip to Asia. And he was just out living life as if nothing was going to happen to him. And it just goes to show that none of us knows when our time is up. Like, any of us could go any day for any amount of reasons. Like, we could go out in public and be shot, or get in a car accident, or get violently attacked by a lunatic, or our bodies could just give out at any moment, and you just never know what's going to happen. I mean, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for any of us. And Charlie Kirk didn't deserve what happened to him, as he was such a good guy. I mean, he was such a good debater. Like, he knew his stuff, whatever he was talking about, and he had such great faith. And I mean, we lost a true gem. I mean, we really did. And it'll be hard for anyone to fill that void, for anyone to take Charlie's place. That will be big shoes to fill. I mean, Charlie was 5 months younger than me, and I'm not even half as articulate, or I don't know how to say it. I'm not even half as accomplished as he was, and it was all just senselessly taken away from him by a left-wing lunatic who was influenced by his transgender lover. I mean, it makes me sick that this happened. I mean, I'm still numb from it. That they didn't have more security at this event where he got shot. I mean, I believe that going forward, that Charlie's assassination will lead to more conservative and Republican victories going forward. I believe that after his assassination, more people are going to leave the Democrat Party and either change to independent or Republican. I also believe that Charlie will go down in the history books as one of the great patriots of this country. He'll be in the same category as JFK and Martin Luther King and Abraham Lincoln. His impact and legacy is huge. especially after his assassination. And he could have done so much more great things throughout and made more of an impact if his life wasn't cut so short. I mean, he should still be here right now, and he should have had many more years left on this earth. I mean, it's just sad that those poor kids are gonna grow up and not know their father, but they'll be very proud when they learn about him. And his wife, Erica, she has to live the rest of her life without her husband. And I think they were only married for 4 years. I mean, it's just tragic and sad that you can be shot just for thinking a certain way or saying certain things in politics. I mean, all the things that the media and the left has said about Charlie Kirk, calling him a racist, a white supremacist, a Nazi, a fascist. I mean, this is a type of rhetoric that got him unalived. And they're all lies. Because if you go and watch any of his debates or videos of his show, of his podcast, I mean, he's anything but what the left describes him as. And then you have these brain dead college kids and leftists who are too lazy to go out and do research, that they just believe everything they hear from their professors and the media. They're too lazy to go and watch his debates or his podcasts to see that he's not what they describe him as. And even if he was those things, which he was not, that still isn't justification to shoot him. I mean, even if he was everything that the left described him as, which he was not, I mean, that's not a reason to unalive him. I mean, yeah, I've just been wanting to express my thoughts about him and this tragedy that shouldn't have happened. Because, I mean, it's just, I know that a lot of other people are feeling the same way that I am. And it also makes me sick, the people who are celebrating his assassination and are filled with joy, that are rejoicing that he's no longer here. It's just sickening that there are people like that out there that think it's okay that to assassinate somebody just because they have a different viewpoint than you do. I mean, while there's many good that has come out of this, tragedy. It's still sad that Charlie Kirk isn't here with us. And I hope that shooter, that I don't even want to say his name, I hope he gets the firing squad, because I think he's a piece of garbage, and I think his tranny roommate, needs to be investigated and possibly charged if I'm not going to refer to him as a she, because I know it's a male that transitioning to female, so I'm not going to respect him in that. I'm calling him, the tranny roommate gets investigated and he gets charged if it's, because it looks like he knew what the shooter was going to do, what his roommate was going to do to Charlie. It looks like he may have had knowledge, so he should face some charges as well. And even if he didn't know, he still influenced the shooter. So that's all I gotta say. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. Too many crazies that want to unalive you for the most mundane and idiotic reasons. So take care and be safe out there. Peace.